Hi, Mr. Taylor here. We're still talking about quotations. This time I want to teach you a couple of specific punctuation problems that we have with quotations. Let's take a look at my example over here on the smartboard. Now, I have this great quote from Ransom of Red Chief that I used in a paragraph, which you can check out in another video, how to do the paragraph structure on this. But I want to point out a couple of things that I had to change and had to indicate when I use this quotation mark. Now, first off here, I have the word Sam. The original text didn't say Sam. It was a first-person narrator. It originally said I, but it wouldn't make sense to my reader if it said I, so I had to change it. When I changed it, I indicated that I made a change by putting the word Sam inside these square brackets. Now, it actually happened to be right below when I needed to make another change. This quote was way too long, and I didn't need to use the whole thing to prove my point, so I have here a ... The fancy name for that is an ellipsis. An ellipsis indicates that I took something out of that quote. But when I put that ellipsis in, notice I also had to put it back inside those square brackets. You want to use square brackets anytime you change something in a quote. That way your reader knows that it's not the original words of the author that you're quoting. Speaking of letting the reader know what you're quoting, in this case, we already know who the author is, so sometimes you need to put the author's last name at the end of a quote, but in this case, since we already know that it was O. Henry, I just mentioned his name, all we have to put is the page number, and here's the correct punctuation format to do that. At the very end of my quote here, I have no ending punctuation before that final quotation mark, because I moved it all the way to the outside. So after my last word, I close the quotation marks, I put a space, I start the parentheses, I put my page number, 485. Sometimes you would put the author's last name, and then a space, and then the page number, but I already knew the author, like I said before. And then I close the parentheses, and then I finally get to put my ending punctuation. The period is all the way on the other side of that page number. So, as you're using these quotations, good luck with your punctuation. Thanks.